Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have trusted Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. Just tell Progressive what you want to pay, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Visit Progressive.com to find a car insurance rate that works for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law. Let's talk about Angie. Angie! Oh, Angie! Angie's been connecting homeowners with skilled pros for over 30 years. And they've made it easier than ever to tackle home projects. Their nationwide network has experts in everything from plumbing and landscaping to roofing, remodels, and more. You can read verified reviews and request and compare notes to find your best price. So join the millions of homeowners who use Angie to get the job done well. Download the Angie app today or visit ANGI.com.
A roast as dark as the night, perfect for fueling the cryptid research and mad ravings required for your podcasting. Don't mind the red eyes. He's just trying to warn you of the bridge. The bridge. Finally, from the caffeine-addled brains of Spring Heel Jack Coffee and Last Podcast on the Left, we bring you Mothman's Red Eye Blend. Yes, delicious Panama beans. Go to lastpodcastmerch.com to order yours today.
Hey, what's up, everyone? How you doing? Ben Kissel here with Henry Zabrowski.
Yeah, it's me, man.
Yeah, bro. Henry Zabrowski is smoking some of that sweet Last Podcast on the Left, babe. So go out there and purchase yourself some. I hope you enjoy it. We have sativa, we have indica, and we have a hybrid. And I have to tell you, from my personal experience, they are wonderful.
Super tasty live resin. You really get the delicious weedy taste, which is what I like. And 3 different experiences. You go to your local vape store and get it.
Absolutely. Thank y'all so much for supporting the show. We absolutely love you. Can't wait to see you on the road and get that vape, put it in your brain, and have a good time.
And if you want us at your favorite weed store, give them a call and ask for them by name.
Absolutely.
Last Podcast on the Left, it's weed.
Hail yourselves, everyone.
Hail Satan.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the Last Podcast
On the Left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Man, I spent my whole night, good old-fashioned hotel night.
Yeah.
Hotel, motel. I'm not going to tell them where we're staying.
No.
We're at the Holiday Inn, everyone.
Yeah, very good. But I choked down a bunch of edibles. I smoked a huge joint behind the curtain, right? Like, so, that's my new thing. What I do is I hide behind the curtain. I blow smoke into the corner.
Well, like a Polish vampire?
Pretty much. But I was watching competing interviews. One with the CIA spook by the name of John Ramirez, who says not only was he abducted and milked by Greys, but he also was trusted with some of the deepest, darkest secrets that the CIA has.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. That's how it is.
So but he was trustworthy, you think?
He talked a lot about his butthole for somebody that wasn't necessarily going to start off that day by talking about his butthole. You know what I mean? So that's a person that happens to.
Okay.
We all have butthole news.
Oh, of course, we have a lot of butthole news, and I'm ready to talk about it at any point, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to talk about it that day.
Absolutely.
See, that's what happens.
All right.
But then also with this father, I was a professional Vatican exorcist by the name of Vincent Lampert, right? This fucking guy, this
Lampert.
I hate him. And I trust the CIA guy way more than I trust the Exorcist.
Yeah.
Even though they are arguably the same amount of full of shit.
Right.
But there's just something about, at least the other guy's talking about his butthole. I can get in on that. That's something I can join up
buttholes.
with. Yes. But this guy, I don't know. I don't know about these fucking Vatican guys. There's something about them I don't trust.
Well, at least with the UFO stuff, like we have the Tic Tac videos, we have all of the soft disclosure that's coming out. But with the Exorcist, like all we have is the Anneliese Michel picture, where where it's like it looks like a wisp of smoke, but it's like, ooh, it's the devil. It's the devil. Like, it's different.
That's how the devil's showing up. He's like showing up in a fucking like carriage made out of bones with Ronnie James Dio as the fucking Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at the front of it. That's how the devil shows up.
Welcome to the last podcast on the left, everyone. I am Ben, hanging out with Henry and Marcus. We're on the road, recording live from Birmingham, Alabama. It's great to be here.
You can
with
really
y'all.
sense the history here.
I had a good night last night. I danced a little bit. There was a dance floor. It illuminated on the ground. People were getting down to some Faith Hill.
Nice.
And some other
Kissel,
kind of country
what?
music.
You fucking lived the son-in-law life last night?
I did a little two-step, a three-step, a roll around.
Wait a
Just
second. Kissel, you were line dancing last night?
I mean, I watched people do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
That's sadder than sitting in the back of the strip club.
All right, today's episode, we're going to do a little bit more of a tiptoe around the tulip when it comes to the devil.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about
As tiptoe around the tulip sounds more like fucking asshole.
We're going to talk about deadly exorcisms.
No, it's a good reference. Tiny Tim, what is it? Insidious. Like
Oh, very much so.
Down the tulips.
Yeah, because if anybody was possessed, it was that man. Because was he ever like accused
No,
of
he
crimes?
married that beautiful woman on television.
I remember.
Yeah, and then he died on stage, right?
Yeah, something
which is
like
fucking
that.
sweet.
Yeah.
He was
my
really
goal.
cool, man. I like
Yeah.
Tiny Tim.
He just seemed kind of like a weirdo.
He was a weirdo.
Yeah.
But honestly, now,
But like in the truest sense, he was actually a weirdo. He wasn't like Brian Warner.
Yes. Yeah, true.
Tiny Tim was born a weirdo.
Tiny Tim had personality problems that made him believe that he was Tiny Tim.
So in our series on Anneliese Michel, I made a statement that death by exorcism is rare. And while I stand by that statement, further research into the subject to show me that actually death by Catholic exorcism is rare.
Okay.
Or at least if it does happen, it's more successfully covered up.
Well, their fucking bullshit is so like it sounds like you're working in a corporate office when you're dealing with the Catholic version of exorcism. It requires a lot of checks and balances, each one more horseshit than the next because it is still somebody kind of making it up. When it comes down to it, Vincent Lampert talks about the 4 signs you're supposed to go through, like the idea of like show of excess of physical strength, not being able to know things that they're not supposed to know, knowing a language they're not supposed to know, and then also like being an aversion to holy objects, all of which in a way can be faked by someone who's a good character actor, especially if they roll up on a Henry Zabrowski. They never know what's going to come out of my mouth because they don't know the ancient language of zip zap zop.
The old improv tongue.
As it seems, things mostly get messy when the amateurs get involved. What's most troublesome about this, though, is that many cases of death by exorcism are relatively recent, with most cases going off the rails in the 21st century. So the question here is why?
Yeah, because we know the how, which is they squeeze you like a toothpaste tube, that we're going to get to.
Nice.
Now, although it seems like it's an urban legend, exorcisms did indeed skyrocket in both Europe and America after the wide release of The Exorcist. See, as a representative of the Catholic Church said in the movie, exorcism was once indeed a rare rite, especially in the 20th century.
And most people at the time, it was something that most churches didn't really talk about. It fell into disfavor, and it became known as an ancient technique. It's something that we don't do anymore, especially with the rise of various sects of Christianity, especially the Catholic Church, trying to remain relevant, right?
Yeah.
So like they're trying to show and be like, no, we're introducing science, we're doing all of this. But The Exorcist, I think in a way, kind of like how meth adds a certain amount of sexiness to your life, like a drama, like something like an
Bit of salt. It adds a little flavor.
It's an Epsom salt that you put on your food and it makes you sick, right? You get, but at the same time, it's something different. I think in a way, The Exorcist almost looked dramatic and interesting.
Absolutely. Of course. Well, and be careful what you consume because, of course, after the film Stripes came out, military recruitment went through the roof.
And it wasn't like it's in
it's
Stripes.
not like the movie because then the movie never ends because it's now your life.
Not at all. I mean, this is something that we're definitely seeing nowadays where people see something that is fiction, they consume a lot of entertainment, and they start to believe that they are living in a movie, or at the very least, they want so badly to live in a nice, clean, neat narrative.
Look at Elon Musk. He's trying to become become Tony Stark. He wants to be Iron Man.
They are. I don't even think it's trying. I think it's a deliberate attempt to
that would be
echo
trying.
the fucking. But
But
he's
isn't
making.
that you just gave the definition of trying.
You know what I mean? He is
A
doing
deliberate
it.
attempt is trying.
You know what I mean?
Well, after the success of The Exorcist in 1973, people began blaming demons for personal problems with all the intensity and fervor of a medieval era villager, all because The Exorcist still to this day feels real, even plausible. Sure. Yeah. But exorcism was not just a religious fad that faded out by the end of the decade. Like, you remember those dudes in the late 90s that used to wear those fucking like fishing hooks on their caps?
Yeah, they look stupid.
Yeah,
that's right.
Because and when I would ask them, they're like, well, because Jesus was a fisher of men.
Oh, that's right. You are bringing. Put the Band-Aid back on. Put the Band-Aid back on.
But also, Fishers of Men
that's
just
right.
sounds like he's luring dudes into a trailer to suck their dicks, even though like they didn't know they were gay before going in there.
Yeah. Well, instead of fading out,
God.
exorcism has increased exponentially since The Exorcist. Put simply, the more that exorcisms are performed, the more people hear about exorcisms. And the more people hear about them, the more people believe that demons are real. And since more people believe demons are real, more exorcisms get performed.
And the cycle goes on and on. It's a vicious cycle.
Honestly, it is a vicious cycle.
But also, look, we talk. I was having a conversation 2 days ago about like the idea of social media and like the new like hot take things on true crime, like, you know, like trying to reestablish the Menendez brothers' innocence, like all that kind of stuff, where it's like what people are seeing is massive posts on social media that get a lot of play and get a lot of attention and likes and stuff. And so in their minds, they think, oh, this must be validated at some point. Like, oh, there must be some basis of truth if so many people are watching and liking this, when it's just being like, no, you could just have a great set of boobies, male or female, and puts you to the top of the algorithm. And you say it in a certain way, you say it in a certain fervor, because you also have to cut through all the noise, right?
Yeah.
So it's being as controversial as possible is what allows you to get to the top of the heap of the fucking algorithm. And then you are now perpetuating the same cycle because you believe someone's saying something just because they said it on the fucking internet, like we used to believe Walter Cronkite.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And of course, we added our contribution to the new true crime with Jodi Arias' butthole. We brought that to the center stage, and people have really seemed to enjoy it.
And I think Jody would appreciate it.
I think that Jodi does appreciate it.
Well, additionally, after The Exorcist was released, books written by men who claim to have performed actual exorcisms became bestsellers, giving the phenomenon of demon possession a sense of reality.
Hift.
These stories hit especially hard with people who were already looking for something to blame when America became an unstable, highly violent, serial killer-ridden hellhole during the 70s.
It's a good way to explain it. Why are all these guys fucking eating all these dudes?
Yeah.
Oh, it must be the devil.
No, it's lead poisoning. It's lead.
Yes.
It's the lead and the unleaded.
Yes,
it's the lead and the leaded
And now
gasoline.
Music was good, though, dude. The music was good.
My favorite music ever is in the
Yes.
1970s.
But also, you see it now, right? We're in a time of great instability, and I think people feel it the same way.
Yeah.
Where it's just like we have this like vague superflu going on, which seems to be evidence. So it seems like the hand of God, right? Because it's an invisible force that's fucking with everything, and people can't wrap their brains around it. Which is also like we have a very real phenomena also going on with the mass shooter epidemic that's also going on in our country, and it's weird. I think that people then also equate it as to acts of the devil as well.
Well, it's like acts of God, like, a plague is an act of God, mass shooters, violence, that's an act of the devil. So people can look and
But
they
what
can...
kills more?
The plague.
See?
Yeah.
There you go.
Now, the most famous exorcist author was an Irish Catholic priest named Malachi Martin, who wrote an honestly fun, bizarre, and convincing book called Hostage to the Devil, which we covered many years ago. I think it was like...
Hostage to the devil.
Can I just get one more Salisbury steak, devil? I know it's Tuesday and I'm not supposed to get more than one.
telling you, you're becoming more of a customer than a hostage. But I love to see the smile on your face.
The gist of Hostage to the Devil, as I remember, was that Martin told tales of 5 exorcisms he either personally performed or participated in, including, I think I remember there was an NYU student who had kind of like dabbled in the counterculture. And there was also, I definitely remember a guy who got attached to a demon while he was astrally projecting.
This is the Catholic version of what that father was talking about. This is a Catholic spiritual version of you dress that way, you deserve it.
Yeah.
Where he said, like, you've
Without
opened
a
up
doubt.
a hook to the devil.
Yeah, that was
like
his
Hellraiser.
Yeah, I mean, this was his point again and again. Like many of his ilk, he used scare tactics to keep people in line with the Catholic Church. Wanted to keep people going to twice weekly mass. In the 1960s and 1970s,
Taking that money.
yeah, dude, the attendance at mass dropped precipitously. So you got to use something to get people back in the fucking seats.
Yeah, free chicken nuggets.
Honestly, that would help.
That would have worked.
Pay rent for people's houses or something.
Oh, did you want the Eucharist with guac?
That costs extra. That's a meme. That's a shirt I've seen.
But the point is that hostage to the devil was convincing even as someone like me who doesn't believe in an eternal battle between God and the devil. So I can only imagine what type of impact it had on people who truly believed in the presence of demons on earth.
Fortunately, it gives them gasoline. Gives them ready to go.
Yeah.
Because, again, you get to go to arms. That's great for
It's
Deborah.
fun. It's good cosplay.
You know, like Deborah, who will give you a 1 star if you forgot to put napkins in the bag with the delivery. You know what I mean? Deborah can't wait to physically fight the devil hand to hand.
Yeah, they do tend to be petty, don't they?
The biggest problem with this, though, is that after a while, exorcism began to leak outside of the Catholic Church. Eventually, the Protestant sects of Christianity, specifically the more fundamentalist ones, began blaming demons and the devil for behavior that they either didn't understand or just plain didn't like. And since Protestantism allows for an anything-goes DIY approach to the Christian God, a lot of people joined in on the exorcism game with no real idea of what they were doing. And as a result, a lot of people died.
I told you I don't need an exorcist, man. These are just Jinko jeans. They're just Jinkos. I promise you.
Taper jeans! Taper jeans of the Lord!
Man.
It seems as if this child has been possessed by a demon called the Great Malenko.
Now that we know his name, they say it again and again and again. Why are you giving us such power over you, demon?
So today, we're going to cover a few of these cases of deadly exorcism, starting with the murder of a 49-year-old Australian woman named Joan Vollmer, who was killed in a small town called Antwerp, population 63, located hundreds of miles northwest of Melbourne.
One thing that a lot of these stories have in common is very far away from large city centers.
Always.
Right? They're isolated.
Rural places.
Except for one. There's only one that's in a major city.
Agrarian. But Joan Vollmer is also the same exact name as the woman that William S. Burroughs killed.
Yeah.
His wife, his quote-unquote common law wife, which is weird.
Yeah, his wife. Yeah, it was, you've never heard this story? William S. Burroughs, he had gone down to Mexico with his wife.
Well, he was running from heroin charges.
Yeah, and also maybe molestation charges. I'm not sure.
He was a poet.
He liked.
I don't think you understand. He was a poet.
Yeah, he liked boys. He did. But they were getting fucking trashed in a bar, and William S. Burroughs was always armed, and he told his wife, like, put a fucking glass on your head, I'll shoot it up.
Yeah,
I'm like,
William
Tell.
Tell.
We'll do the William Tell. And he just blew her fucking brains out.
Yeah.
Joan apparently was also suicidal and knew William Burroughs couldn't shoot for shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's like one thing. To be like,
Jesus.
hopefully this is the way I'll get it done.
Yeah.
Well, just use a Nerf gun next time.
Or just like throw something.
I just thought it was an odd coincidence.
Yeah, it was a very strange coincidence.
Interesting. Okay.
But Joan's life met a brutal end after a 4-day exorcism in 1993. According to Joan Vollmer's pig farmer husband, Ralph, Joan had been acting strangely in the months leading up to the exorcism.
Yep. Oh, I can eat my own pussy. Look at me eat my own pussy.
Well, I thought you said she was acting strangely.
That'd be fun, though.
Well, the behavior began with Joan lurching and dancing around outside, flailing her arms and swearing loudly to nobody in particular.
You mean telltale signs of Tourette's syndrome, possibly some form of epilepsy?
I thought you were going to say telltale signs of a pig farmer's wife.
It's hard to be under that much man.
It is.
To me, this sounds like a brain tumor. She was 49 years old. She started showing, like, you hear about
behavioral changes.
Yeah, behavioral changes, like just very bizarre behavior. Okay. I mean, in Ralph's words, she began acting, quote, like a prostitute.
But honestly, you know, Kissel.
Why is he complaining about that?
If sex worker's acting like that, you're gonna have a hard time booking her, right? Like if she is
Yeah, but
just
it's
like
his wife.
yeah, I mean, you know,
But I think she just wanted to have sex with him.
I think that she also was. She could have been looking for attention.
I have no idea. It seriously sounds like a brain tumor.
Yes,
Like
because you
there's
think
like
she was
that
just rubbing her-
hypersexualization sometimes happens. Like
she might be rubbing her mound on stuff.
it might be, yeah. And after that, Ralph actually claimed that his wife took on both the physical forms of a pig and a dog.
This man is just, he's fantasizing.
It sounds like the 7-year itch.
I remember that scene when Marilyn Monroe turns into a pig dog.
And he also said that she took on the personality of a sheep shearer.
Yes.
Although I don't know what the personality of a
I
sheep.
don't think the man has a lot of different things to compare things to.
No, he's a pig farmer in very rural Australia. So maybe a pig farmer looks down on a sheep shearer, like they're rough around the edges.
Maybe. So instead of looking for signs of what sounds like either a stroke or a brain tumor, I mean, remember, she's 49, Ralph took it upon himself to exorcise his wife of the demons that he became convinced were plaguing her day and night.
And then this is the thing where he's like, I'm saving her, which you begin to, then you don't understand that if you said the words out loud to a normal human being, you'd sound like Bill Paxton's character from Frailty. Where it's like you sound like a serial killer.
Yeah.
Right. It's a good movie.
Now, at first, Ralph just locked his wife in the basement. See what that did. See, maybe that'll change stuff.
Yeah, you know it is.
Okay,
Let him
maybe she'll
cool out.
love it.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like I'm saying, this is DIY,
Okay.
make it up as you go along exorcism.
Great.
But eventually, Ralph moved her to the bedroom and tied her to the bed frame. When none of this had any effect, Ralph called his neighbor, a woman named Leanne Reichenbach.
Yep.
Together, they decided to call a local 78-year-old spiritual leader of the fundamentalist stripe named Leah Clugston.
Yeah, you're right. Clugston's coming for the devil.
I believe that.
But since Clugston was so goddamn old, we also saw this in the Anneliese Michel series, she decided to participate in this rite via telephone.
Yeah, man, always fucking zoom it in. If you can, especially with the devil. You don't want to be in the same room as there. If you're incredibly old.
It seems like a kind of a lazy approach to an exorcism, just kind of phoning in there like you're calling C-SPAN to say Baba Booey or something.
It is. Yeah. It's like also weirdly the equivalent of like having a passenger land the plane.
Yeah.
Right.
She literally phoned it in. With Clugston on the line, Leanne and Ralph surmised that Joan was beset by no less than 10 demons.
Oh, how'd they get to that number?
Yeah, they added.
They counted.
She farted 9 times.
It's probably like 7, and they're like, let's just say 10 for the
Just round it up, yeah.
Well, after identifying the enemy, they untied Joan from the bed and seated her in a chair on the opposite side of the room for a prayer session. But when Joan struggled against the intensity of their prayer, Leanne and Ralph figured the demons might again be gaining the upper hand, so they tied her to a chair with her own stockings. For 4 days, Joan was given neither food nor water, and anytime she tried to sleep or even close her eyes, Ralph and Leanne would pry them open so God could better confront the demons.
This is my thing.
Well,
so
that's not right.
If God could already confront the demons right here, why doesn't he just do it?
You're asking logic.
Why
You're
didn't
doing
he
that
just
like
do it?
13-year-old thing. Like the 13-year-old saying, well, if God is like so
correct,
powerful.
though.
Well, I mean, it is
Sometimes
a good
Joan's
question.
correct.
They are sometimes.
Yeah. So I mean, there's no logic with any of
Yeah, of
this
course.
because they're all like just doing this DIY shit. They're just figuring like logically if she closes her eyes because they're trying to find some way in because they believe
got a
so
Clockwork
hard.
Orange approach to it.
I think at this
Keep
point
it
she's
open.
pretty pissed that she's being tied to a chair with her socks, which is why she is freaking out so
Wool
much.
sucks too. That's probably pretty itchy.
Yeah. When none of this had any effect, they called a fourth neighbor.
A doctor, no?
Nope. 28-year-old man named Dave.
Dave's coming.
Dave could actually solve. We
Dave's
actually
coming.
need
Yeah.
a 28-year-old man here.
Yeah.
Dave might be able to help.
Yeah, Dave Klinger.
Dave Klinger, great.
Yeah.
Normal dude.
Yep. After very little convincing, Klinger joined in and tied Joan up tighter with even more stockings.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Fantastic.
get in right
Dave,
in
you
it.
are
I'm
our
gonna
last
get- I'm gonna
chance.
fucking tie her up tighter than whatever you can do. And you know what I'll do? I'm gonna tie her feet to her fucking head. The thing is that we keep a butthole and a vagina open so that the devil can crawl his way out.
He slapped her face, slapped her around in order to, quote unquote, summon the demons.
Well, that's what the Catholic priest was saying, is that you have to make the point of the beginning of the exorcism rite is to provoke the demon's behavior.
Yeah.
Right. So you're supposed to go like, out, foul demon, and
Get
like,
out.
and then spritz water in its face.
Yeah.
Like it's a cat. Like then
Ooh.
you're supposed to make the demon come out, and that's when you can get it.
Yeah, but they didn't have it. There wasn't even a church in that town.
Okay.
So all of these people are just making it up as we don't have holy water. Let's just fucking slap her. But on the other hand, I don't know what they were supposed to, I don't know what they expected if the demons actually showed up. because they're just making it up as they go along.
Right.
With Klinger as the ringleader, this group of God's warriors tortured Joan for 3 straight days.
Oh my God.
Until they were convinced that they'd exorcised Joan of all the demons except 2 that Ralph described as, quote, strong male evil spirits.
Ooh.
Yeah, but then I guess it was just her just arguing back and forth in the various voices of the Whack Pack.
I guess so.
But since those 2 demons proved to be a little sticky, they brought in the big gun.
Uh-oh.
23-year-old guy
Okay.
This guy.
named Matt Newski.
Matt Newski can do it. He wore his offensive lineman gear. You can see him walking in with a football helmet ready to go.
I can put it to the top.
Now, Newski came highly recommended by his mother.
Yeah, because she said he's good at it.
He's good at it.
She told Ralph that Matthew had the God-given ability to exorcise demons, even though he'd never actually done it or even tried it.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
You just knew.
Yeah.
She just knew. This is to give everybody a trophy generation we're talking
Well,
about.
I guess so.
Yeah. So, working on instinct, Newski tried flanking the demons. Everyone else, they're going straight forward. He's doing the flank.
Wow, we went the flank route.
Yeah. You know how he did it?
He told the ever-growing God Squad to destroy all of Joan's possessions.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Bed bugs.
This is so fun for her.
Yeah.
They destroyed. She had a greenhouse. They destroyed it with a hammer.
Right in front of her.
that
She's
makes a lot
tied
of
to a
sense.
chair. They destroy all of her favorite shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And I guess who is the one possessed again?
well, because they
This
thought
woman.
they thought that all of her stuff was also infected with demon
The
energies.
demon got into the greenhouse?
Yeah.
And he's in the glass and he's in all the plants. They're going to destroy
But then
all
wouldn't
that.
you still be in the broken glass?
They got to burn all her clothes. They got to burn her PS4.
Oh my
Like,
God.
It is all over. You got to leave the mattress outside with a bag on it. Oh,
Newski then wrapped the whole house, with 7 layers of cling wrap.
they just brought in a dumber dude. It's like each person in the story just got dumber and dumber and dumber, and then this guy's like, "We gotta fucking saran seal this whole
Okay,
thing."
let's make it like a sandwich.
Yeah, he believes that this would prevent demons from entering the house. Further demons from entering the
That's
house.
a really smart thing.
Yeah.
Because they couldn't get through the cling wrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they certainly don't have a pair of scissors.
Yeah. Now I'm gonna do it. If it keeps the demons out, isn't it gonna also keep the demons in?
Yep.
Yeah.
It
You
could.
are-
Or what about the roof?
I am
What about
starting to
Santa
think.
Claus? They might not have Christmas this year.
I am starting to think that not a lot of planning went into this.
Yeah.
I mean, enough. It seems like a lot. Some did.
Well, there's a lot of in the moment.
I just don't know where they got all that cling wrap.
Yeah. With the groundwork laid.
Seriously.
Yeah, with the whole house, 7
Yeah,
layers.
you rural in the middle of nowhere, like the forests of Australia. I guess you got to send a runner.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think this is the outback.
Wow.
Yes,
Epic.
indeed. Well,
With the groundwork laid, Newski tried what everyone else had tried, which was just beating this poor woman. He punched her in the head, slammed her into walls, but finally he was struck with a revelation. The path to salvation, Newski believed, would be to sit on Joan Vollmer to physically squeeze the demons out.
oh my God. It is just the
It's just-
dumbest calamity of all time. And this poor woman.
We will cover another story again as we go through this, and there is a weird biblical precedent that I'll bring up then, but it doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
And to their delight, sitting on Joan seemed to have some effect.
Yeah, she didn't like it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she
the
hated it.
old Yokozuna.
Yeah.
Of course.
So, figuring that this was the key to the whole thing, they moved Joan to the bedroom and all sat on her at the same time.
I mean, I've seen some of these on many vids. And the way they ride,
Yeah, this
and
isn't
shit, like
this isn't fucking cake farts.
no,
Yeah,
like,
this
it's
isn't
not.
cake farts. There's no one's birthday here.
Yeah.
Well, starting at her stomach, they each used their butts to move their weight up her body in an attempt to force the demons out of Joan's mouth.
It's
Kissel
single-
has paid for this.
Yeah, this is the single dumbest thing I have ever heard. Ever again. Yes.
Toothpaste.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Using their butts.
Yeah.
It's just so Australian
Yeah.
in a way.
The only thing that's accomplished, however, was the death of Joan Vollmer.
Yeah, man, you can't butt scoot your way to God.
No.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Boogie.
it's what like Wendy does
Yeah.
on the carpet.
Yeah.
But then it kills a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
She had
does.
a heart attack as her thyroid cartilage was crushed by 4 backwoods Australians, and she died hissing and frothing as her last breath came out as a pained groan. But even though they were obviously responsible for her death, they thought that maybe, just maybe, they had enough faith in the Lord stored up where they could resurrect Joan Vollmer.
This is going to work.
Dumber.
It gets dumber. But honestly, the vibe seemed to have been she died. And then there was like a moment of silence where like she'd given up. And then the head moron Nusky was like, guys, you think that this was this is part of the plan. Yeah. Like, yes, no, good. Now we got her where we want her. And they're all like, she's dead. And he's just like, exactly.
Exactly. Perfect.
So they prayed over Joan's crushed corpse for 2 days as it lay.
How'd it go?
It just rotted and rotted
It just
and
sat
rotted. Eventually, they called up Leah Clugston, the 78-year-old spiritual leader.
Sure.
Finally got up off her ass and traveled to Ralph's home to see how she could help. This is long out of the cars. The cows are already out of the barn.
Yeah, dude.
Clugston also tried praying Joan back to life, but when Joan stayed dead, did she call a doctor?
I don't know.
Did she call the police?
No idea.
Called the local Baptist minister.
Get
At least
another guy.
another guy in the next town.
Always outsource.
Yeah. The minister, who presumably wasn't told that Joan was already dead, he arrived to find all 5 of them calmly eating lunch near Joan's rapidly decaying, fly-covered corpse on a day where the mercury reached 104 degrees.
Yeah, literally. It was just
so
like ding
think
dong,
it's
and then he
good.
comes in and we're like, oh, you want some lunch? You know, we're
Some
doing this thing. And he's
Vegemite.
just like, there was a actively rotting corpse.
Which must smell at this point.
Because and also being like, don't they think, even if we did happen to bring Joan back to life, she's going to be a mess.
Yeah.
She's going to be a zombie.
Like if she comes back half rotted and stuff, and then she's gonna be like, "Stink, I stink so much. I feel so much better now."
It's nice to have you here, little Nicky.
Thinking clearly. That was pretty good.
I like that movie.
Thinking clearly and logically, that movie would have been so much better if he hadn't used that voice.
I like the movie.
The voice ruined the movie. It was
I
great,
stand
but
by
the
every
voice was
decision
terrible.
he makes.
I do too. And honestly, Hugh B. Halloween, he also did a silly voice, which also worked for me.
like it.
Yeah, well, it was a silly voice is fine. It was just the wrong voice.
Yeah, it might be.
Well, thinking clearly and logically, the minister called a doctor who then called the cops.
Yes, finally the cops like, you have a fucking dead woman where? And they're like, no, don't worry. You just need to come and help us bring her back to life. And he's like, come here, just give me a second, okay? I'm going to put you on hold.
Seriously, when the press started circulating this bizarre story, Ralph Vollmer gleefully invited the media to Joan's funeral to witness her resurrection.
Oh, no.
This euphoric declaration was repeated to the police, who were told that Joan would vouch for their actions when she returned to the land of the living.
She might, if she did come back, she
think
might be like, and I just want to give a big shout out to Nusky. Like, oh, he believed it. The whole time he was punching me, I was thinking, I love this.
It's like being down 50 grand in blackjack and making 50 grand back. It's like you're just at the net negative. You're still at zero.
You're still at zero.
When Joan again stayed dead, everyone involved except Leah Clugston were charged with manslaughter.
Because you know what saved her life? Telecommunication.
Honestly, she was smart. Her laziness saved her.
Yeah. But in an infuriatingly light sentence, the judge reasoned that since all these people truly believed that they were doing the right thing, he only gave the outside participants 4 months.
Yeah.
While Ralph Vollmer got no jail time at all.
He lost his wife.
He did. But I would also say this is
He
where
killed his wife.
He killed his own wife.
Killed.
That's like saying the Menendez brothers lost their parents.
Oh, where are they?
Where did they go?
It is interesting, though, because I think we've talked, this has been coming up a lot. We've been talking about Inside Stories a little bit. We've even talked about a little bit on last podcast, even more so about the idea of sympathy for the moronic, right?
Yeah.
The people that are genuinely very stupid. The problem with this man is that there is that vibe where like he was so like boggly-eyed dumb about this whole thing, and he truly did believe that all of this would work out, even though they tortured his wife for a week together as a group. Like, he was locked in, much like Anneliese Michel's family, where like this idea of like, no, now I'm dug in. Now this is the only way that we're going to work our way out of this situation. And he also was irrevocably stupid.
Yeah.
Like, and he couldn't, and so I think that judges were way more apt to look at you being like, they're doing the fucking former president's defense of like, you know, the ignorance means he didn't
Too
break the
dumb
law.
to do something wrong. Yeah.
Well, that's the insane thing. They only do that, though, when there's God involved. They only do that when it's like, oh, no, they exorcised her to death? Oh, no. But it's like if someone makes a dumb decision of like, you know, fucking robbing
drunk driving.
Yeah, robbing a convenience store or something like that, then hell no. That's
because then it would also look like they were using the court to say something about the wrongness of the religious ritual.
Yeah.
And
they
the
need
court
to
would have
say
to
that.
acknowledge that exorcism isn't real and that what you're doing wasn't real, that they just killed this woman out of sheer ignorance, which was, I think, difficult. Which I also don't know why I believe in alien abduction, but I don't believe in exorcism. Maybe it's just because one's done by Stanton Friedman, who I trust with my life. One's talked about like,
trust those suspenders.
Well, don't forget though, she, you know, in his mind, she was a dog pig.
Yeah.
Yes, which is also a shame.
Isn't that sad? All right.
He remarried, moved to Queensland, lived the rest of his days convinced that he'd done the right thing.
And I'm going to do it again.
Oh, I hope not. I hope not.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that helps you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Hey there, everybody. Is your cell phone bill too much money? Are you getting that bill and you're like, hey, what is this? I can't believe for what? For 5G? Are you crazy right now? $100? I don't even barely got any bars when I'm just sitting in my living room, okay? You don't have to deal with that anymore. Are you ready for this? $15 a month. That's right, $15 a month on Mint Mobile. Yeah, baby. Get their wireless plan, because they're just sitting there on the T-Mobile 5G network, and it's just $15. Your whole life, you're just paying all this money every month. You're like, why? Where's it going? It's going to these phone companies that are robbing you. So go to Mint Mobile. Let them help you talk to your mom. So get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month. Go to mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, $180 for 12 months. Plan required, $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when the network is busy. Includes up to 20 gigabytes hotspot. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com.
It's obvious we love true crime, but it does make us feel a little paranoid about what's out there, as it should. And that's why it's so important to get a home security system that gives you peace of mind. With SimpliSafe, you can stop crimes before they even start using their AI-powered cameras to identify threats on your property and alert US-based live agents to take action. like arriving in a helicopter in the night, coming down from the helicopter, zipping down and breaking through the windows with their big axes, and going through the house, ripping through the walls, finding the criminals. It's easy to do. Simply Safe has been a game changer for us. And the best part, there's no long-term contract. We've used it since the very early days of Simply Safe here at LPN, and it keeps us safe, doesn't it? It keeps all of our thoughts inside the building. Then there's the ones we let out because they have to go out because that's a part of it. But Simply Safe keeps the other thoughts safe. And for that, we say thank you, Simply Safe. And we want you to experience the same peace of mind as we, which is why we've partnered with Simply Safe to offer an exclusive discount to all of our listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/LPOTL. That's half off at simplysafe.com/LPOTL. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Now, the deadly exorcism scene stayed quiet for about 10 years, but when the millennium turned, the leftover apocalyptic feelings from Y2K needed an outlet.
I remember that.
And it seems that those feelings were released through an increase in demonic activity.
Ooh.
In 2002, a 19-year-old boy living in London, Ontario, named Walter Zepeda, died during an exorcism led by his father and a member of his church. Walter was strapped to a chair, denied food and water, and prayed over. But when nothing changed by the third day, the crew brought in their reverend. He joined in, and after 6 days, Walter died of dehydration.
Every single time these guys
gotta
bring
give
in,
him some water.
but honestly, every single time these guys bring in their closer, these people die.
Yeah,
like I don't really understand why these guys come in. It's like what's it like? It's like what's in the pitching,
like a baseball pitcher.
Yes,
yeah,
like
but you're supposed to win.
You're supposed to win.
But then they just seem to lose all the time.
Well, I mean, if you look at the numbers, there is actually, I mean, they say thousands of exorcisms are done every single year now.
Yes, no. According to that stupid father I was watching the whole time, he was just like, and how many times does God win? 99%. These demons just give in. And it's this like weird thing of like, are the demons that strong then when they just like literally like he was like talking about how like he made a demon say the Hail Mary like prayer where it's like he asked it to say the Hail Mary prayer and then it went, Hail Mary, full of grace. Like he did like the thing. He's like, got you, demon. And got you, demon. I just think that person understood like, I'm not gonna this ain't gonna end until I say yes and.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it seems like they treat demons as like particularly like dangerous vermin.
Yeah.
Like if you don't
a nutria.
Yeah, if you nutrias aren't dangerous, they're just big and creepy.
I was told they're dangerous by David Tell's Insomniac.
Well, like if you have a
Maybe
bunch
they
of
are.
snakes living in your bathroom.
Yeah.
You know how it goes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if you had like 8,000 nutrias like fucking running through Lafayette, Louisiana, then yeah, you're going to have a problem.
Yeah, Absolutely. 1 million rats will consume the human body in a very short period of time.
Just 10 rats. I mean, they're scary.
But, the parents in the case of Walter Zepeda, neither them nor the church showed any signs of remorse when Walter died because they believed that Walter's death returned him to Jesus.
This is the problem.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
The problem is it's just this still idea of like we're kicking the can to the heaven side of things and don't understand like, no, you just killed a boy. Like you just killed a little boy.
Give him some water.
Yeah, like heaven's not real. Yeah. Like he's not going anywhere.
Burpo said it is real.
Oh, wow.
Burpo also recanted and said the whole thing was bullshit.
Well, Burpo lied once or twice. I don't know.
But this didn't stop the court from sentencing both men to a better, but still paltry, 4 years in prison.
Okay.
Tragically, though, exorcism is not just something performed on adults. In 2003, in Milwaukee, actually.
Really?
An 8-year-old autistic boy named Terrence Cottrell died during church when members of his congregation attempted to all heal him at the same time.
I was reading an interesting article on this story. So what happened was that he was an autistic. He was young, he was very young.
Yeah.
He was beginning to exhibit the sort of behavioral symptoms of autism, where he was kind of out of control, and his parents didn't really know what to do with him.
This is 2003. They should have a little bit more information than.
And a woman saw them together at a grocery store, and a woman says, you need to come to my church where we will show you where we can fix him. We can fix him. Not like the women searching for you, Kissel. Like they really were like, we can go and we will heal his autism.
Yeah.
And so they brought him into this. It's a church in a strip mall. This place
It's a church at a strip mall.
was a church in a strip mall called
Oh,
the Faith
my
Temple
goodness.
Church of the Apostolic Faith.
So you can go to Gadzooks, get your praise in, go to
Pretty much.
Gadzooks a little bit. Just
And
go to
they,
Sears.
they had this idea, like they use this concept of when an evil spirit comes out of a man. This is a biblical quote. When an evil spirit comes out of a man, it goes through arid places seeking rest and does not find it. And so their idea is that you physically make it impossible for the demon to exist inside this body, so it has to come out, and then
This
it
is
dies
great.
in the air.
Well, this is the whole concept of laying hands.
Sure,
like
yes.
this is a big. This is a big deal in
I
the
know all
Foursquare
about
church
that
back home.
Fun stuff.
Yeah, yeah. It's I can see a glimmer of memory in your eye.
Well, I remember the first time I ever got pushed over, because that's what you just kind of push you
Yeah, they
over.
push you over.
And then I was like maybe 11 years old, and I opened my eyes, and then I just looked right up a woman's skirt.
Yeah, and you're like, "Bazaar." And it was like,
I was like, this is
immediately, it
weird.
just like that was the first memory pushed
Yeah.
deep inside.
Yeah.
Well, answering a call from the pastor, the congregants in this church formed a circle around the boy and lightly placed their hands upon them, or so they claimed. They said they lightly placed their hands upon him. And concerning the pressure, though, the forensics told a different story.
Oh my.
By the end of the prayer session, a churchgoer noticed that the boy wasn't breathing.
Oh my God.
By the time the EMT showed up, the boy was dead of mechanical asphyxiation from massive chest compression.
Everyone knows as an 8-year-old, if you're going to die like that, it needs to be at a Michael Jackson concert. You at least have to, it at least has to be like to the soundtrack of like Beat It, Thriller, like
something fun.
what a
Yeah.
horrible tragedy for this young
But
man.
Yeah.
the Reverend had laid his whole body on top
Oh
of him
my
towards
God.
the end, so he was
Human
fully
blanket.
pancaking him. But it's weird because also I saw that there is that idea, I guess, that in certain types of things with people, autistic people may be having freakouts. There's like that one idea that you pin them to the ground,
Yeah.
which is like also sounds like a terrible idea to just
Yeah.
randomly do.
Or like roll them up in the blanket or something like,
So,
or in the
well,
mat.
I don't know if we should
There was
always be handling these people like
Yeah.
they're disruptive members of a flight. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like but he completely crushed his body, and it's
my
idea
gosh.
of pushing the demons out, which makes no
It's just like
sense.
the Australian story.
Yeah, makes no sense at all. And it's not the last one we'll discuss.
No.
But to be fair, it isn't just Christians who kill during exorcisms. It also happens with fair regularity in the Islamic faith. Although they don't call the villains in their stories demons. I'm sure many of our listeners know they call them jinns.
Oh, yes, I've heard that.
Actually, where we get the word genie.
Yes.
Oh, no kidding.
But now we know, like, and it's that I think jinns are a lot of times portrayed as evil genies. But the thing is that genies as a whole are actually a mischievous, mystical race as well,
Yeah.
right? Because their idea is like,
You're speaking as if they're real.
oh, you never know. How do you think I got here? The idea, like,
I remember that when Marcus and we found that hidden little, that chalice that we rubbed.
and you
for
freaked
lunch.
me.
Yeah.
Yes. You're turning blue, Henry. Oh my God.
I'm joking.
So in 2014, a 17-year-old in Palestine named Isra Zorob died after a so-called therapist at an Islamic medical clinic thought that the shortcut to solving Isra's mental problems would be what else but an exorcism.
Get this, man.
no.
An exorcism.
An exorcism.
Now, it's not like the parents brought Isra to the clinic looking for medical help and the staff just took it upon themselves to take things in a demonic direction. Rather, the mother had brought Isra to the clinic specifically because Isra had been hearing strange noises and, more importantly, words of religious renunciation.
I mean, this what seems also to be a major through line of all of these stories is they are all true believers and they are looking for it.
Yeah. Now, the therapist in question was a sheikh named Abu Harith. He conducted the exorcism chiefly by force-feeding Isra salt water.
Oh, damn it. It could have gone so good if it was ravioli.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, but then you become even worse. Mario
salt
Batali.
Oh,
That's what happened to him.
That's an exorcism.
Exorcism by pasta, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's tweaking everybody's gnocchis.
So the salt water.
You guys really need to find a new reference. This
I
is fucking...
I think about him a lot.
It's just my God. It's every day, every week. It's like, how are they going to fucking force Mario Batali into this
no
one?
reference
It's
in
not
that.
every week. It's not every week, but also I miss
exaggerated.
Mambo. I miss him.
It's either in the show or on the stage. It's one of the two.
I wish he
right.
wasn't a criminal.
Well, there we go. So back to the salt water, Marcus.
Yeah. Of course, salt water's deadly.
Of course.
And he did all this while he read verses from a book that did not sound like they came from the Quran. I mean, most likely, this was like the Islamic exorcism grimoire. A lot like the Catholic rites rites of major exorcism. After forcing Isra to drink a liter of salt water, the sheikh said that the spirit would be flushed out by the salt mixture.
Nope.
Nothing, of course, was flushed out except Isra's pulse.
Oh, no.
And she soon died of asphyxiation. For our next story...
These are great stories.
These are not.
This is a listicle that I love.
Honestly, it's not like these are sad stories more often than not. But it's like as you go through, like it's more about you. It's interesting how they cross over from culture to culture.
Yeah.
And it does happen all over the world. Like exorcisms are a part of the human condition.
Absolutely.
And I do believe that up to a point, they are like what we said, how 99% don't result in death, right? And I guess on some level they do work. Like you can, I guess, fix problems of a spiritual nature by offering a spiritual solution.
So.
I don't really think so. But you know what I mean? Like for certain people, it's self-hypnotism.
Maybe, perhaps.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it comes mostly from, religions that had their start in the Middle East. In the Jewish faith, you have the
The Abrahamic religions.
Yeah, the Abrahamic religions. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, Abrahamic. Yeah.
No, there's Shinto. There's Shinto exorcisms, and there are I believe that pretty much there's a type of exorcism for every single belief system, except for like
I don't know if Confucianism has.
Peloton. I think Peloton doesn't yet have exorcisms.
Does Buddhism have exorcisms? I don't think Buddhism has exorcisms.
We'll get some emails. Side stories, LPOT.
Yeah, let us know, please. I'd love to know. Now, for our next story, let's head down to Belize.
Belize.
Beautiful country.
Isn't that where McAfee, that was where he was hiding out, where he murdered a couple of people? Fantastic documentary on him, by the way.
Forgiving country.
It was to him. R.I.P. John McAfee.
There,
I'm rested. He's dead, but he's definitely...
he did have
he's a horrible person.
He did have an unquiet mind, as
He
they say.
did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. He's in charge of all of our security.
Not anymore. No, he sold that company.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Well, in Belize, a 22-year-old named Jacqueline Sanchez was killed in 2015 after she played with that ever-present artifact of possession, the Ouija board.
Don't even get me going on that Ouija board. The one we had in high school that, Milton Bradley has blood on their hands.
I want to do seance in my house.
Man, it's pretty trippy.
My goal is I want to do seance real bad. I want to do a big official
You better
one.
be fucking careful, bro.
But we will get to it. I will do it.
We have to
properly.
sign a contract before you do that.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to have to get
as
an
far as
insurance policy.
goes.
What, you don't want to share a third of the company with Pazuzu? Come on.
Well, Jacqueline's family claimed that she'd been a perfectly normal person prior to her dalliance with this most evil game. But afterward, she suffered from a myriad of mysterious illnesses marked by convulsions and hysteria. These convulsions lasted for months, and finally, presumably after doctors could do nothing with their limited resources, she was taken to the Pentecostal Church of San Ignacio de Velasco so the evil spirits could be cast out. She died during the exorcism ritual due to cardiac arrest, which, as we see, is a common way for people to die during these rites.
I think mostly it's they are exhausted. It comes from physical exhaustion of doing it for days on end, not allowing them to sleep. And then I think a lot of times by the time they've gotten to this point, whatever it appears to be, the phenomena, like it is almost like a wasting disease, almost like a chronic pain disorder type thing where they're very weak by the time they arrive. And so I feel like a lot of times these people just give out.
Mm-hmm. Or she might have been crushed. I couldn't find a lot of details on this story, but I just know she died of a heart attack. And she died of a heart attack and she was 22 years old. Wow. So shit did not go well.
John Daly is still alive.
Yes, John Daly's still alive, seriously.
John Madden's still alive.
Well,
is Madden still around? Yeah, I think that he is because
we would know if he died.
I know.
The cheeseburger flags across this great country of ours would be at half mast.
Yeah, John Madden, 85 year young.
Oh, he's only 85.
Yeah.
Okay, he's got maybe a couple more years left.
Yeah. Olivia de Havilland just died like last year.
Oh, holy shit.
I don't know who that is, but that's all right.
Old ass actress.
Great.
Yeah.
Bob Dole is technically still alive somewhere. I can't believe that they saved his brain.
We could have exorcised him.
But with Jacqueline Sanchez, unlike most of the stories in this episode, no one was charged in her death. And in fact, the investigating body said that she died of natural causes in the throes of a trance. This perhaps shows more than anything just how ingrained the idea of demon possession can become even now in a modern society. This was 2015, 6 years ago.
Wow.
Maybe
I mean,
it's even-
honestly, OJ just made a mistake using a knife. He should have just sat on everybody, and then he could have gotten away with it without having to lie in court.
See, folks, see, Twitter world, I was possessed.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But it would be interesting to see if legislators, almost in a way, especially in certain countries like that, where they, like they are very religious, they have a big religious base. I think one of it's like they're afraid to delegitimize the practices of the church, and they also wonder if they themselves, I mean, talking about just on a personal, singular level, where they say to themselves, well, if I say that this exorcism and shit is not real, I won't get to do that Hail Mary pass if it happens to me.
Yeah, I mean,
there's that,
and it might happen to me. Like,
Yes.
God might send a demon to kill me or most likely my family. That's the way it always seems to go.
Yes, the demon Sirhan. He killed. Remember that?
Yeah.
He's out
Kennedy.
Yeah.
Or
So-
was it the woman in the polka dot dress?
Was it? Honestly, Sirhan, looking for your contact information. Email sidestories.lpotl@gmail.com. We're
But the
willing to
thing
hear
is-
your side of the story.
They also need that church money, and this is good for the church.
Yep.
I bet you it adds a lot of revenue.
Yeah. And speaking of societies with an ingrained fear of the devil, Texas is, as usual, the home of the darkest and most nefarious of today's stories.
Okay.
Again, in 2015, a small cult following the orders of a charismatic female leader starved a 2-year-old boy to death.
Oh, I remember this story.
Yes.
The pastor in question, Araceli Meza of La Iglesia Internacional de Jesus en el Rey.
Very good.
That's the best. I can do it better than that. La Iglesia La Iglesia Internacional Jesus en el Rey.
Very nice.
Rey. Boy, that's
Wow.
terrible. My wife is going to beat me later.
That's great.
He's doing that on purpose. He wants to get the beat.
I know what he's into.
Well, this woman claimed that she had the ability to both speak with God and perform healing rituals on her commune near Mesquite, Texas, just outside of Dallas. Using tried and true methods of manipulation and control, Pastor Meza separated children from their parents as early as the first year of their lives.
Oh, my God.
Which is exactly what had happened with the victim in this story, Benjamin Aparicio.
Again, remember, as soon as they're separating kids from parents, and any family separation means that you're in a cult.
it's very bad.
There's not, no matter what they say.
Yeah. And when anyone questioned anything Pastor Meza did or said, she would immediately accuse them of either speaking with the devil's voice or, if they were particularly argumentative, being the devil himself.
How convenient.
Now, when presented with Benjamin Aparicio, a toddler with behavioral problems, Meza...
It's a toddler.
It's a toddler.
It's a toddler.
Yeah, it's a toddler. Some toddlers are difficult, yes, but it's still a fucking
It's a toddler. It has no idea what it's doing.
Meza surmised that the boy was possessed by a demon of manipulation that needed to be expelled.
No, it's a needy toddler.
Yeah. And since Benjamin's parents believed Pastor Meza to be a prophet, they gave the go-ahead.
Uh-oh.
But it was not the exorcism that killed this poor boy. Rather, it was the preparation for the exorcism.
Didn't even make it to the game?
No.
Yep. Pastor Meza said that before she could even start, the boy had to fast for 25 days.
That is not smart.
No,
No.
that's not what. Yeah, kids have to eat food.
It's 2-year-old. They only gave him 5 sips of water per day. Being a toddler, the boy, of course, died long before the 25th day came.
Oh, my God.
As it happens when cult leader predictions don't work out, though, Pastor Meza pivoted and said that the boy needed to be resurrected with what she called a rising ceremony.
This happens
Yes.
a lot, especially in Texas. We were covering this a little bit, I believe, on Side Stories about the group people that had a dead kid in the middle
There's
of
like a
their-
lot of these stories. I almost think we might have talked about this on a round table or something.
Very
Maybe.
true. We might
I
have.
remember
might
this.
have.
This was really weird.
But the idea of keeping a kid dead in a church openly on a table where they would just have sessions of people coming and praying and being like, this is going to
This
be
is
the
gonna
one.
do it.
This is the one. And it's like,
No, sir, you just tied a bunch of wires to his body and you made him a puppet. That doesn't count, sir. No, doesn't count.
no, witness my puppetry of the macabre. Witness.
Oh, my God. This is horrible.
When again that didn't work, Meza and the child's parents, undocumented immigrants both, took the body to Mexico for burial. When the truth came out, though, Pastor Meza was found guilty of felony injury to a child and was sentenced to 99 years in prison.
Holy shit, that's America.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Well, that's Texas.
That's
because the
Texas.
people in Milwaukee didn't get shit.
No.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she got
Okay,
the
99 years.
Runner. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But it's also said that I didn't find exactly what she did, but she actually did a plea deal to get 99 years because I think they were going to try to go for murder one and fry this fucking woman.
Oh, my goodness.
Because the prosecutor said, we made a deal with the demon to get a bigger demon. So this woman had some knowledge of some shit.
Oh, yeah. She tried to
Wow.
sell the idea of like maybe she was a part of a network of these fun little churches.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice?
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, but someone else went down.
This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. You know, stigma shows up in a lot of different places. I know I had to explain to my handyman about the devil imagery in my home. I had to explain that in our home, El Diablo es bueno. And he reluctantly agreed. I think largely just because he was in my home and he was scared. But over time, he began to see, the devil can be my amigo. See, even in 2026, stigma can get in the way of a lot of things, right? My handyman almost didn't put up my floating media cabinet, right? You got to get support for your mental health. Maybe you've encouraged friends to consider therapy while avoiding taking the first step yourself because you're busy, worried what others will think, or telling yourself you should handle it alone. No, you need a team. Get therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform. Give me a space to slow down and talk through what's building before it feels unmanageable. So let's take a short questionnaire to identify your needs and preferences, and BetterHelp will handle the initial therapist matching work for you. Their industry-leading match rate means BetterHelp typically gets it right the first time. Feel confident knowing BetterHelp therapists work according to a strict code of ethics and are fully qualified. So don't let hesitation hold you back. Find support with BetterHelp. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/lastpod. That's betterhelp.com/lastpod.
Do you remember in school when your teacher had a favorite of everything? A favorite marker, a favorite element, and yes, even a favorite student? Who wasn't me, so let's move on. I want to talk about their real favorite thing. Kleenex tissues. According to teacher lists, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. They're silky soft, help prevent skin irritation. And now, with Kleenex Snap and Go, you can take them anywhere. Stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Back to school season. You've got the new backpack, the folders, the 17 highlighter colors. But there's one essential that never makes the shopping list. Their pillow. And we all know better school days start with better sleep, so we've got big news. Coop Sleep Goods is running their back-to-school sale. Save 20% on the entire collection. Spend $150 or more and get a free gift. The sale starts July 28th and ends August 25th. From cooling pillows to mattress toppers that transform thin dorm room mattresses, the only thing left to blame for a bad night's sleep is their insomniac roommate. Coop's pillows are adjustable, built to fit how your kid sleeps, whether that's a twin XL dorm bed or their room at home. Spend $150 or more and get a free Ultra Tech pillow protector. Head to coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy. 20% off plus a free pillow protector with $150 or more.
But the case of Pastor Meza was not the only cult-led exorcism that ended in death. And in fact, the most recent and bloodiest happened just last year in Panama.
This one's fucked.
Y'all might have covered this on Side Stories. I'm not sure.
Very lightly.
Yeah. Found out some more details about this shit today. It's woo. Well, there, authorities found a body pit containing 7 corpses, all belonging to members of an indigenous community called Ngabe Bugle. I have no idea how the fuck. I mean, I don't know their local indigenous Panamanian language, so fucking excuse me. But this fucking place was located deep in the rainforest. The authorities discovered these bodies when 3 villagers escaped whatever madness had gripped their community, and they reported that this indigenous-run but still Christian sect was holding several families against their will. Well, the sect, called the New Light of God, they were apparently performing rituals in which people were held against their will in a ramshackle hut in the middle of the village. From reports, a village patriarch named Mario Gonzalez had run the official men of God out of town and had taken over the village's spiritual guidance.
Man, fucking Christian gang violence.
Yeah. He claimed to have received messages from God giving him instructions to exorcise the entire village. And these rites, according to the defectors, were designed to kill the villagers if they did not repent their sins.
Yeah, man. You repent or die for serious. They were out there they were like, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
It's like we're killing everybody.
Yeah, and it's a gang that is enforcing this shit. It's like a gang of like 10 dudes headed by this guy Mario and his son that were basically, they'd all had a psychotic break.
Yeah.
And what was truly terrifying about all this was the isolation of the village. Located deep inside the rainforest, the nearest town is an hour's hike down a steep, muddy track, followed by a 2-hour canoe trip. And that's just the nearest town. The nearest place where you could get help required a further 2.5-hour drive.
Damn.
Yeah, man. This is a horror movie.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, it
really is.
Absolutely.
But when authorities finally showed up, they found an unsettling scene. A black and red accordion was found on the floor. A Bible open to the book of Revelation rested on the wooden pulpit.
Of course.
7 crosses were etched into the green moss of the floor, and 15 villagers were found tied up next to a ritually sacrificed goat.
Because imagine you're just a normal ass person in this village. You're normal, right? Or you're like, because they all were like, they were all deeply religious out there anyway. It was a Christian sect that was already there.
And fairly new. They were fairly new to religion. In these sorts of deep rainforests, the actual missionaries have only recently in the last few decades gotten out there and converted these people. These are people they probably have people who remember still alive. Remember times before the Christians came.
Oh, I bet. Absolutely. Sure. And then now you're watching this thing. The first supposed to come is this, which is it's so symbolic. It's nuts. It's the idea of this thing's supposed to be comfort and salvation and all this bullshit. And you watch it immediately flip into the darkest shit you've ever seen in your, because they live most of the time and they must live lovely lives in tune with the, it's also hard. It's hard out there. It's hard scrabble.
Before modern Christianity. Yeah. Now I think they say this area of Belize is it's 95% live below the poverty line, because they're trying to force them into modern society,
right.
Where they had a perfectly fine society on their own before the Christian missionaries came, but now they're being forced into this new society, which does not, of course, match up with the way they've been living life for millennia.
Hey guys, just so you know, there's this thing called money. There's also a thing called taxes. Now you're gonna have to do both of those, all right? Just so you know, so you're all gonna have to get jobs. And now you all just been hanging out and having a good time, but now you're all gonna have to get jobs. Just so you know, you don't have jobs? Did you know you're super poor? And so what that means is that you're not gonna be able to get any resources either. So sorry about that.
And you're possessed by the devil.
Congrats.
Yeah. These people have been beaten with the flats of machetes and beaten with Bibles. And some had their tongues burned with hot embers in an attempt to rid them of the devil. And what's terrifying to me is to think about the scene in which these people are having their tongues burned and there's some dude in the fucking corner badly playing an accordion.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not Weird Al?
Yeah, all while fucking Mario screams about the fucking Book of Revelation.
But also,
honestly, it's guitar music.
Yeah.
Or fiddle.
Fiddle. Yeah, fiddle.
How do you repent if your tongue is burnt? How do you say the words?
You repent later.
You repent later.
Yeah. Well, according to a survivor, the cult had rounded up the entire community like chickens, tied them up with wire, threatened them with machetes, and this is all in pursuit of exorcising the demons from the whole community. And all 10 people were arrested in connection with the rituals. But the worst discovery was, of course, the mass grave.
Right. That usually is the worst discovery.
A lot of times.
Yeah.
It's not normally the buffet.
No.
When the body pit was exhumed, it was discovered that the victims were a pregnant mother, her 5 children, aged 1 to 11, and their 17-year-old neighbor.
It seemed to have been the idea that those were the examples made.
Yeah. As of yet, no one knows what the rituals were. They only know that these people were killed because the leader of this violent, short-lived cult believed that demons refused to leave their bodies.
Oh my goodness. Sometimes, what's wrong with just having the demon in there?
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know.
The demon makes you really good at basketball.
I mean, honestly, we should ask LeBron James.
Maybe.
Yeah. If anyone's got a basketball demon, it's Michael Jordan.
He might. And he took it personally.
It's possible. Awesome. Well, not so awesome, but very interesting.
We got
indeed.
one more.
Very interesting stuff. Finally, we have the case that Henry discussed briefly during our Anneliese Michel series, that of 23-year-old Romanian nun Maricica.
You have to say it with the accent. You have to go, Maricica.
That of 23-year-old Romanian nun Maricica Cornici.
Very good, Marcus. Good work, buddy.
Cornici had actually been diagnosed as schizophrenic, and when her treatment failed, she relapsed into a paranoid state. Now, this was 2005. This was not the 1970s.
Right.
Yeah, this is brand new, dude.
But still, Cornici's fellow nuns and the local priest, Father Daniel Coraginu, decided that instead of psychiatric care, she needed an exorcism.
This woman needs an exorcism.
Over the course of 3 days, Cornici was bound to a cross with rags anointed with holy water. She was then gagged with a towel and left in a dark room in the convent without food or water. Eventually, this woman died of both suffocation and dehydration. They're actually not sure what killed her.
It's a fucked up story, but it's also interesting because this part of the world has only recently embraced religion because they were part of they were under communist rule for a period of time, which is
Ceausescu.
Yes, and it was communist dictator, and he was anti-religion, right? Like the idea was like
you can't have religion.
They can't have any religion, which is, I mean, honestly, whatever. But in the release, like when he was gone, a lot of these small villages found religion, and not only just found religion, it wasn't like found like my mom's like version of like Unitarian crystal like Christian bullshit.
I mean, you look
know
at
what I mean?
South Korean Christians; they're very intense because, of course, in North Korea, religion's banned, and it's a deadly sin.
Yes,
you
and
can
then
get murdered if you have a Bible.
They went straight to the ancient Christianity. They found,
I guess that's where you start, huh?
The old school. And the priest that they had was like a young, like hotshot dude. Like, have you seen pictures of him?
No.
He's got this super long ginger beard. Like he's redheaded.
How did you feel when you saw him?
I thought it was a great beard. But he was like a young guy.
Yeah.
Like, and so he's this guy who came in who's just like, I'm going to hold the torch of the ancient Christian church and show people what we're going to do here. We're going to do it legit. We're doing it old school. And then he became sort of like a weird celebrity because when all of this went down, they had to figure out how to prosecute this church group.
Yeah.
And it was very difficult because they were trying to, it was all about like, we don't want to, again, ostracize the new religious fervor in our country.
I mean, well, had it not been for the girl's parents calling for the imprisonment of the 4 nuns and this priest, I mean, the crime might have been swept under the rug by the church.
Absolutely, because they were trying to save face in a way. But it was weird because this girl was not, the girl that Maurizia was not necessarily very religious. She was just kind of strange and otherworldly, and her friend from high school was the one in the church who was just like, she reached out to her, I think literally through Facebook, and said like, where do I go? I'm feeling these feelings of like ennui. Like that's how it was. It was a general dissatisfaction with life. Might have been a half lesbian. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing where she didn't know, she was having all these thoughts she didn't understand. And she's like, you should come to this church on top of this hill, out in the middle of the Romanian forest. And this is another
It could be fun, but it doesn't sound like it ended very well.
But as it was, the evidence was clear. Cornici was disfigured from days of struggling on the cross, and she even showed evidence of physical violence on her stomach, quite possibly from more crushing.
Yeah, it's the crushing. That's the thing.
Up with the crushing, people.
The priest was at the very least sentenced to 14 years in prison, but he should have gotten more. The nuns, however, got off with next to nothing considering how they helped murder a woman in the name of God.
Right.
One got 6 years, while the other 3 only served 5.
Yeah, because they were also they were viewed as accessories, and again, it's a sort of like religious crime, and they couldn't figure out how to prosecute it. And it was also this massive media sensation because the whole world took it up, and then they kind of showed up. They looked like characters from an old school picture book. Everybody's like at this trial. Everybody's in modern. It's modern, right? It's modern times. It's like it was 2015,
2005.
Oh yeah,
2005.
This is 2005. So everybody's like dressed normal and shit, and then here comes like essentially these Franciscan monks. It looked like the Manson girls, like that style, where he came in as this otherworldly spiritual figure. And so there is sort of that where the optics itself make people kind of doubt what's going on because they're like, well, look at he looks like a guy from a movie.
Yeah,
he looks like one of those
wasn't
old
to kill her. Just I don't know if intent matters. I suppose. I guess they're trying to save people, but
they
it doesn't
also
work.
believe that if you fucking die, we got you anyway.
We got you anyway.
So who cares?
But the thing is that you need to, like, I know the intent, like, it's all about intent, but it's also about fucking making an example.
Yes.
It's also about showing people, like, if you kill someone during an exorcism, you will go to prison.
Yeah,
so
you better
call
do it
a
right.
doctor.
Call a doctor. You need to have a doctor in the room. You can do your little exorcism.
Sure.
But you should have a doctor in the room as well. Like, you should be able to say, like, okay, yes, the demon needs fluids.
Yeah.
Like, we need to drop a line in.
Yeah.
We can maybe save the quote unquote save this person if we need to.
Yeah. So, while prosecution for deaths caused by exorcism is certainly uneven across the world, there's never been, as far as I know, a modern case in which the defense successfully argued that the devil is the real culprit when a so-called possessed person dies during an exorcism.
We couldn't even get Bill Cosby to stay in jail. You know what I mean? Like, we're not going to... the devil needs to show up in court, and guess what? He's already there.
Whoa, he's the judge.
But nevertheless, it still seems like there's a continuing and growing epidemic of people who believe so hard in demons and the devil that they're willing to kill other human beings in pursuit of proving that Satan, and therefore God, is real.
Sometimes you got to look in the mirror and realize you are the demon.
You become the demon.
You become the demon. Well, that's very interesting.
It's
What's so fascinating is that these are so relatively new.
Yeah.
No, it's still happening, man. No, it just seems to be almost an epidemic of its own.
Yes, indeed.
Quite a few that I'm sure we don't even know about.
Absolutely.
Yep. And I'm very excited that now we're about to head into a new year.
That's right. New exorcisms.
New exorcisms.
It's going to happen in 2022.
I hope what I'm hoping for, some meta exorcisms. I hope Facebook can really help us in the digital space of exorcisms.
Actually, we all know about the Bob Larson exorcisms.
Yep.
Like Bob Larson.
Larson.
He died?
Oh, no, I'm wrong. You know who our other favorite just passed? Russ Dizdar. From Black Flame Ministries.
Dizdar died, huh?
Russ Dizdar is dead too.
Yeah, Larson's still around. He's still got his YouTube channel up.
No, he's doing good. Those girls are still out there. I think they did a pro-Trump song, which was very interesting.
I'm sure they did.
He and Ray Stevens.
In between Skype exorcisms, you know.
Just nail it.
Had to make sure. All the best people.
But next, we talked about Inside Stories this week. Next week, we're going on our winter solstice break, is what I'll call it.
He doesn't want to say Christmas.
Of course not. It's Christmas. I love Christmas. It's really fun.
Marcus, you're allowed to love Christmas.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm sorry that Henry is hampering your spirit.
I don't hamper anybody's
he
spirit.
He can't hamper jack shit on me.
It's your fucking life. Bro.
I'm going to go see the Miami Dolphins play.
Honestly, that's the better way to celebrate Christmas.
Nice.
But we're taking a break next week, and we will be back the week afterwards. And just so you know, 2022 has so many surprises in store for all of you.
I don't want
assholes.
any more
You
surprises.
fucking assholes are going to see the kind of fucking content that it's going to be ribbed for your pleasure.
I feel like
going
we've
to be
had so many surprises. Maybe we should just give everyone a list of what we're doing so they can plan. I don't know of any more.
Well, we got
I can't handle any more surprises.
We got one more UFO story right before we end out the year, and then we've got some surprising true crime leading up until February. And we will be we're going to stay on Spotify, but we're going wide to all different apps as of February 1st. And so you'll see we got a special one coming.
We cannot wait to be on all of your services, platforms, whatever it is.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for supporting all the shows here on the Last Podcast Network. What a wonderful year it's been. Thank you all so much for your support again. And we'll just see you all. I guess the road is over.
Yeah, the road's by the
Not
time
really. We're right back on the road. We're back 2 weeks in January. We're going to be
we're going to be there. But we got Soul Plumber out right now.
Yes.
Issues 1, 2, and 3 are on the shelves.
Yes, call them, harass them gently.
Sure. Yes,
So
don't
have
exercise
soul plumbers on your get that soul plumber on your shelves.
And keep on supporting all the shows here on the Last Podcast Network.
And still, and the Z2 comic book, last two comic book on the left is coming out in the next quarter as well.
Yeah, make sure to pre-order that one as well.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Hail yourselves.
Hail Satan.
Hail Geen.
Magustalations, everybody.
Hail me.
Also, just go to the doctor. We say it all the time.
Go to the doctor.
Go to the doctor.
Ask your therapist for something.
Yeah,
guess.
just say what's going on with my bullshit.
What's with my bullshit?
Yeah.
Mister or Mrs.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.
Do you remember in school when your teacher had a favorite of everything? A favorite marker, a favorite element, and yes, even a favorite student? Who wasn't me, so let's move on. I want to talk about their real favorite thing. Kleenex tissues. According to teacher lists, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. They're silky soft, help prevent skin irritation. And now, with Kleenex Snap and Go, you can take them anywhere. Stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
Back to school season. You've got the new backpack, the folders, the 17 highlighter colors, but there's one essential that never makes the shopping list. Their pillow. And we all know better school days start with better sleep, so we've got big news. Coop Sleep Goods is running their back-to-school sale. Save 20% on the entire collection. Spend $150 or more and get a free gift. The sale starts July 28th and ends August 25th. From cooling pillows to mattress toppers that transform thin dorm room mattresses, the only thing left to blame for a bad night's sleep is their insomniac roommate. Coop's pillows are adjustable, built to fit how your kid sleeps, whether that's a twin XL dorm bed or their room at home. Spend $150 or more and get a free Ultra Tech pillow protector. Head to coopsleepgoods.com/comedy. COOP sleepgoods.com/comedy. 20% off plus a free pillow protector with $150 or more.